it's Kristen and Bethany here, and today we're going to be talking about why marriage won't ultimately satisfy you. You may have noticed a little theme. The past few videos have all been centered around this idea of marriage, of questions about you getting married, romance, kissing, all of these things. And the reason is because you're getting married in a few days. But as you guys are watching this video right now, she's actually already married because we're filming this in advance so that you don't have to do this on your honeymoon, right? You want me to come on your honeymoon and do some videos with you?
Oh, you better not.
She's like, I'm not even going to tell you where we're staying. Yeah, so you're actually married as we do this. So we thought it'd be cool to kind of dedicate this month to talk about marriage in honor of you getting married. So I'm excited to get to talk about why marriage, and this will be good for you to hear too, won't ultimately satisfy you. I actually got married over 7 years ago, which is crazy. I feel like it's been a long time, but kind of like it just happened. But
I feel like it's been a long time because I've been single all that time.
Well, leading up to the wedding, I was engaged for 10 months. I like how your engagement's shorter. I think that's really the way to actually.
Wait, you were engaged?
8 months.
Oh, I was about to be shocked.
8 months. I keep forgetting. But you've been engaged for like...
It'll be 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
It's like half the time.
Yeah. So leading up to the wedding, and I don't know if you feel this way, but I remember just thinking like, oh, like finally, it's finally here. And I think unknowingly, I was placing a lot of expectation on how awesome and perfect marriage would be afterwards. Even though I knew, like I had read books, I had been mentored, like marriage isn't going to be perfect. You're going to work through things. But I think subconsciously, I really had this idea that now that I'm married, this thing that I've been looking forward to for so long, my husband is going to meet every need. Like he is going to satisfy me in every way. Sure, we'll have arguments and disagreements, but at the end of the day, like I'm just going to fall asleep, like floating on a cloud every night.
This is what you were believing in your heart
In
without
my
like
heart,
saying it necessarily.
I wasn't saying this, and I didn't even know I was believing this honestly until after I got married, and it was incredible. I mean, getting married and you're living life now, which you'll experience, waking up every day to your best friend, this person that you've committed your life to, like it is awesome. There is nothing like it. I'm such a huge raving fan of marriage and God's design for it, but your heart can go astray. And as women, specifically, God has designed us to be very relational. We can get very attached to people. And that's a good thing that God has made us relational. But the temptation and kind of the ditch that we can fall in is that we can look to earthly relationships, whether it's a husband, a boyfriend, a sibling, a best friend, whoever it is. For me, it was marriage at the time, looking to that person to be our everything, to ultimately satisfy us in every way. And I remember a few months into marriage, kind of waking up one day and just thinking like, oh, like, man, I am not like perfectly satisfied in every way. Like what's going on?
What's wrong?
Of wrestling in my heart. And then I started realizing as I was going to God's word and just recognizing that when God says fullness of joy is found in him alone, that full satisfaction is found in him alone, those verses that talk about that, I started seeing, oh, I'm feeling like a lack of satisfaction because I have actually taken what I was putting on God and looking to him for in my relationship. I was now placing that all on my new husband without even realizing it. And so as a result, I was feeling dissatisfied in those moments because Zach wasn't created to ultimately satisfy me. He's a human.
Yes,
we're both sinners. Yeah. We're going to disappoint each other, but God says, come to me. I'm the one who has living water. I will satisfy you relationally in every way in your heart. I will satisfy you and you will never thirst again. You will be satisfied in a relationship. He is all that we need. We need to look to him. And so as I realized this and have still, I mean, it's a growing process. Like I'm still on that journey. There's always that temptation to want to look to my husband, but God has really showed me like ultimately he is the only one I can find satisfaction in. And when I'm anchored in him, when my relationship is solid in him, you know what? My circumstances, whether my marriage is perfect or whether I'm feeling totally emotionally stable, when I'm anchored in my relationship with Christ, it doesn't really matter what's going on around me. I am solid. I am steady because my hope and my trust is ultimately in the Lord. And then when that's happening, I am freed up to enjoy this relationship with my husband so much more. There's actually joy and vibrancy and life because I'm not looking to him to be my everything. So that's just a snippet of what God has really taught me and is teaching me as I've been married. But I love a quote that I came across. It's actually from desiringgod.org,
this is good,
which is an incredible resource, John Piper's ministry. But it says this: we were designed for more than the trivial pursuit of pleasure. The hard truth is that we will never find relief if we continue to seek it through possessions or through people. Seeking satisfaction in the things of this world is like chasing the wind. Once you're finally exhausted and weary from your pursuit, you're left empty-handed and disappointed. You've wasted valuable time chasing nothing when you could have been pursuing true joy and peace.
Wow.
And what this is talking about is that true joy and peace is only found in a constant, steady relationship with Christ. Outside of that, no one can offer us what Christ was only intended to offer us at a heart level.
That's so relatable to me, and I know to any woman, young woman watching, because it doesn't matter season, singleness, marriage, dating. we have to look to Christ. Like season does not matter. This is ultimately something that we have to have, a relationship with Christ. And I know something that I have been challenged in and will continue to be challenged in to make that my ultimate satisfaction. There are a few verses though that really help to like convict, challenge, and remind us of this important truth. And so these are verses that I want to focus on as I am a new wife, but I want you to write these down and I want you to focus on these too. Don't just go like, oh, that was nice. Like seriously, make this personal for you.
It's life-changing.
Yeah, don't just be a hearer. Like write this down, memorize it, make this your life too. Psalm 16:11 says, you, God, make known to me the path of life. In your presence, there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. Basically, that verse is saying, God, you make known to me the path of life. In your presence, there is fullness of joy. That's where fullness of joy is found. Not the circumstances, not the people, in your presence. We have to get in God's presence. Another verse, John 6:35, I'm going to bring him at you fast. It says, Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall not hunger, and whoever believes in me shall never thirst. You referenced that a minute ago, and you're saying, yes, that's true for me.
Yeah.
That's true for me. We have to go to God because he is the bread of life. Like, when you're hungry, you go get food. If we long for satisfaction, we need to go to Christ. He is the only one who can satisfy us and really fill us in that way that we deeply want.
And what an incredible promise that he offers us, that
seriously.
We will be satisfied if we seek him.
It's not like you might,
Right.
like, okay, if you're good enough, it's like, no, in my presence, if you come to me, I will give you that satisfaction. The last verse that I want to share with you comes from the book of Psalms, Psalm 63, 1 through 3. Psalm 63, 1 through 3. And now this is a good one to make a prayer because it's really like talking personally. So this is a good one to write down and really just pray and ask God to make this the cry of your heart. For me, I want to ask God to make this the cry of my heart. It says, oh God, you are my God. I shall seek you earnestly. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh yearns for you in a dry and weary land where there is no water. Thus I have seen you in the sanctuary to see your power and your glory. Because your loving kindness is better than life, my lips will praise you. Now that's something I want to be true for me. It's not always true. I want that. And I know you want that as well. So we can use this verse to say, God, this is what I want. Please help this be true to me.
Yes,
Please
this is
help
my
me
prayer.
to seek you earnestly. Please help me to thirst for you like someone in a desert thirsting for water. So we just hope that these powerful passages, seriously powerful, you can take these and say, okay, this is some direction. This is what God offers because he is ultimate satisfaction. This is where I can go to find satisfaction. This is how I can pray. So I just challenge you to write those verses down and make them personal for you.
Whether you're single and hoping to be in a relationship, whether you're in a relationship right now and you're trying to navigate that process and figure out where it's going to go, or whether you're engaged or maybe even married, whatever season you're in, and you mentioned this earlier, none of those things can ultimately satisfy us. If you're single, you think, if I could get a boyfriend, then I'd be happy. If I had a better boyfriend, if I had a better husband, whatever it is, it's not those things that's going to satisfy us.
Totally.
It's ultimately finding our hope in the Lord, building a relationship with him, asking him to help us desire him more. And then as we do that in humility, God promises to meet us there.
Yeah.
He promises to satisfy us there. I have experienced that being married, looking to my husband and it not working, not satisfying me, then looking to Christ and just seeing the difference that it's made in my life, in my emotions, in my contentment level, in my stability. It changes everything. And you have experienced that too in an extended season of singleness.
Working on it though.
So we challenge and encourage you, whatever your season that you are in, write down those verses, make them your own, and choose to look to Christ to be your ultimate hope and satisfaction.
Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from us, seriously, subscribe to our channel below because we post new videos every Wednesday. And if you want to see more from us and just hear more about topics like this, head on over to our website, girldefined.com, where we post new content on a regular basis.
Should I say something about it's October? The past several videos have all literally been about, I'm saying literally way too much.
Yeah,
okay, redo.
That wasn't a snippet. That was actually her whole life story work. I actually turned that into a book.
Hey, it's only 5 minutes, but isn't that all I'm saying? And now I'm done?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Because you're like a snippet. I'm like, what's wrong with snippet?
Do you have like $1 or $2 literally?
I'm broke.
$1 or $2 laying around where you're like, it's just $1. It's 4 quarters. Well, you know what? If a bunch of you get together and support us, this is so
No, keep going, keep going. No, keep going. No, keep going. She can't quit.
If you have 4 quarters, okay? That equals $1. That is all we're asking on Patreon to keep this channel going. You give $1 a video. That's $4 a month. And that is what sustains the Girl Defined YouTube
This is
channel.
a serious topic.
Now, we need probably about 20 more patrons, like right away.
Oh yeah, a lot more than
But immediately. This
like
is
immediately. No, it's fine. They need to know.
So if you like this channel and you want to support what we're doing and you want to link arms with us, then come on over to patreon.com, give those 4 quarters, support us. You'll join the Patreon family, you'll get behind the scenes videos, and you will be part of the team that is keeping this channel going on YouTube so we can have content like this coming at you every week.